Hey everybody, Rob Veno here, WagerTalk.com, WagerTalk TV with your Wednesday free selections with analysis. Going to look at the Los Angeles Lakers Indiana game first. Indiana here open -1.5, 232. Currently, the Lakers are favored by one with 236 as your upgraded total. Total has moved 4 points. Injury report looks clean on the Lakers side. LeBron James and Rui Hachimura both listed as probable for Indiana. Center Isaiah Jackson now out for the season, tore his Achilles last Friday against New Orleans. Otherwise, Indiana 1 through 9 rotation wise in pretty good health. Schedule looks like this. The Lakers had yesterday off. It is the second of a 4-game road trip in the front end of a back-to-back. They're going to go to Chicago tomorrow. For the Pacers, they also had yesterday off. For them, it is the front end of a back-to-back as well. This is the end of a 5-game homestand for the Pacers, so they'll travel to Washington tomorrow. Advantage here, rest-wise, is pretty even. I don't think anybody's got an advantage through the schedule. Indiana currently 4-0 on this homestand, looking to go a perfect 5-0. Only 1-3 against the spread, and only 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 games. They are 10-8 over this total that's posted here tonight, 236, last 18 games. So again, Indiana last 18, 10-8 over this number, 236 that's posted tonight. It's LeBron James' second game back in the lineup. Had a day off after facing Orlando and that tough defense. The Pacers not as tough as Orlando. So with a day of rest, back integrated into the starting lineup, and also against a softer defense, maybe a bigger night for LeBron. Indiana has improved statistically on the defensive end, though, in a bunch of defensive categories. They're now like middle of the pack, whereas before they would have been bottom tier. So Indiana moving up a little bit last 20 games as far as defense is concerned. There's a pair of potential advantages here for the Lakers in this game. Their defensive rebounding has been really good, almost inside the top 10 here last 20 games, while the Pacers are the third worst offensive rebounding team. So again, you put those two together, you see a lot of first shots by the Pacers. If they miss, Lakers bound to grab the boards. The way the statistics are telling us things are going in that category. Indiana is also allowing the second highest amount of paint attempts from the field, and that's not good when you have LeBron and Luka penetrating in the interior on a night like this. So for Indiana, it's going to be tough to defend the rim against those two. Those are advantages for the Lakers. The Pacers' advantages lie somewhat in their pace, their up-tempo style. They're scoring the seventh highest amount of fast break points over the last 20. LA's giving up the fourth most. Not a good combination for the Lakers there. And LA's been turnover prone. They're 24th right now in turnover rate since the All-Star break. In Indiana, the 8th best at forcing them. So again, for LA, it looks like on the boards and in the interior, probably all right. For the Pacers, it looks like quicken the game and you'll be better. Each of these teams are in playoff battles right now. The Lakers might have the stronger sense of urgency. They're currently just a half a game out of fourth place in the West. Of course, the top 4 seeds are the most coveted because they come with home floor advantage. They do trail Memphis by half a game. Indiana, meanwhile, they're in the conference 4 spot, a couple of games ahead of Milwaukee. So while they could use this game, it's not as urgent as the Lakers is. Matchups in this one are really close. Hard to get a feel for full game side, full game total. But I'll tell you where we'll go with this one is we'll just back the freight train that is the LA Laker first quarter numbers. They're 44-27 against the spread so far this season in the first quarter. And Indiana's just a mediocre 17-17 at home in the first quarter. So we're looking at minus half a point here in the first. You might get even. All we're asking LA to do is win the first quarter here. That's where we'll go. Free play on this particular game. Lakers first quarter minus half a point. Before we continue on to the second game here, I want to just let you know that WagerTalk has a special offer on Major League Baseball. It's opening day, and they have an opening day special. Baseball's coming back, starts tomorrow. They've got a Grand Slam deal here. Any handicapper at WagerTalk, get their 7-day MLB pass for just $49. That's $7 a play. Just $49 for the first 7 days of baseball. You get your all-access baseball pass. If you guys are interested in NBA, heating up in the NBA, 5-1-1 in my last 7 selections, plus 27.3 units since the 1st of December. You can get a 7-day NBA pass for just $79. Just go to wagertalk.com or to my homepage, wt.buzz/RV. Let's take a look at the second game here. Clippers at the Knicks. Clippers open 1.5 to 17.5. Currently, Clippers minus 3.5 and 218 for LA. Question mark stands next to James Harden, the point guard for the Clippers. He got injured his foot in Sunday's game against Oklahoma City. New York, Jalen Brunson will remain out. He's missed the last 9 games now. Miles McBride, game time decision, but it looks like he may miss too, especially since the Knicks won last night. You might see Miles McBride rested one more day. As to Mitchell Robinson, game time decision, ankle injury, hasn't played in a while. They may decide to rest him for this game as well. The rest factor really comes into play here. The LA Clippers have had 2 days off, and it's the first of a 3-game road trip. New York, meanwhile, they're playing back-to-back home games here. They did play Dallas last night, beat them 128-113, but a huge advantage here for the very well-rested LA Clippers over the unrested New York Knicks. Knicks went 8 deep last night. Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet, and Tyler Kolek made up the New York bench. All 3 contributed 19-plus minutes to help ease the burden on the core 4, but for the Knicks, that core 4 carried the load. They scored 102 of the 128 points. They all played between 33.5 and 38 minutes. Not that they were an exhausting 33.5 to 38 minutes because it was a blowout situation, but the Knicks obviously a little shorthanded, and Tom Thibodeau loves to run starters into the ground, so I could see an advantage for LA there. Knicks record, let's go over it real quick. Once again, we did so yesterday with our New York-Dallas play over here in the free selections. 5-4 straight up without Jalen Brunson now. 6 of 9 have been on the road. They're now 3-0 at home as a favorite. They're not in that position tonight. Their totals are 5-4 to the under without Mr. Brunson, both full game and team total. The Knicks had an advantage last night, right? They played 0 defense, small ball Dallas. Dallas sat Anthony Davis last night, and they get no such advantage here tonight. The Clippers have a pretty solid interior, and they're ultra defensive minded. LA Clippers rank among the top 5, top 6 in most defensive stats last 20 games. Simply a very good defensive team, something the Knicks didn't encounter last night. There'll be no repeat of the 76 points in the paint that the Knicks scored last night. The big difference here between the driving into the lane that Jalen Brunson does to force defenses to collapse and maybe get open shooters, as opposed to what Campaign does as his reserve playing point guard for him. He just kind of floats around the 3-point circle, makes life easy for the Clippers. So huge advantage here, I think, for the Clippers fundamentally as well as rest-wise. The biggest question mark we have here is whether or not James Harden is going to go. If he doesn't go, it's not the end of the world defensively because you'll have Chris Dunn and Ben Simmons to pick up the point guard duties defensively, but offensively, it's a significant drop-off. LA is 3-1 straight up and 4-0 against the spread since Norman Powell came back into this lineup. Their offense has scored 123 or more in 3 of the 4 games that Powell's been back. So certainly LA much more better off offensively with him in there. That probably is a factor here tonight. Last thing we can add here is that the Knicks are 2-9 against the spread without rest. So they're not in a good situation here. Like I say, the Clippers, the more desperate team, sense of urgency for them. They're pushing hard to get into that Western Conference 6 seed, just a half a game behind Golden State. Of course, the difference between 6 and 7, 6 you're in the playoffs, 7 you're in the play-in. So I see a better sense of urgency out of the Clippers. All these things added up. It looks like the road favorite price is light enough to go ahead and lay 3.5 with the LA Clippers. That'll be your free play for today on that game on the way out. I'd like to ask everybody to hit the like button if you like the selections and analysis provided here by WagerTalk handicappers each and every day. Click like, click subscribe. Join the 197,000 plus people who already have subscribed to WagerTalk TV. If you have a comment on this game or any other NBA game tonight, go ahead and feel free to drop it in the comments section. I try to answer them as quickly as I can. For now, this is Rob Veno saying good luck with all your bets. We'll see you next time on WagerTalk TV.